Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to BBE, Beyond Borders or Breaking Boundaries, and the E is for entertainment. You know what it is. Again, we're gonna ask ChatGPT a couple of questions, see how it does. I'm looking for it in my phone real quick. Here we go. Let's get right to it. And obviously, introducing ChatGPT 5. Oh, they updated on me, huh? Okay. And obviously my channel is just for entertainment purposes, educational entertainment purposes. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Here we go. Let's ask it a question. Hello there.
Hey there, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day.
I'm pretty good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well, thanks for asking. Anything fun or interesting going on with you today?
No, just got home from work not long ago, and I'm here, ready to ask you some questions.
Awesome, I'm ready for your questions whenever you are. Just let me know what you need.
Thank you. Why is your voice mellow?
Oh, I can definitely switch it up. If you want me to sound a bit different, just let me know how you'd like me to speak, and I'll do my best to match it.
You sound like one of my friends. Nah, but you're fine.
Well, I'm glad I can bring anytime. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
All right, thank you. Yes, actually, I do have a question. How
Of
did
course.
how did life started?
That's a fascinating question. There are a few theories about how life began on Earth. One popular idea is that life started in the primordial soup of organic molecules, possibly near hydrothermal vents in the ocean. Another theory is that life might have been brought to Earth from elsewhere in the universe, like on a meteorite. It's still a big mystery, but definitely a cool topic to explore.
Based on all your knowledge, what do you think it started?
I think the primordial soup theory is quite compelling because it has a lot of experimental support. The idea that simple molecules could form more complex organic compounds under the right conditions is pretty fascinating. But there's also a lot of exciting research into the idea of life coming from space. So it's definitely a bit of both in the grand scheme of things.
I got you. I got you. That's pretty good. That's pretty interesting. I was kind of stuck for a second, but so do you know all the plant lives or all the different types of plants on Earth?
I don't know every single plant in existence, but I do have a pretty broad knowledge of many different kinds of plants. If there's something specific you're curious about, I'm happy to dive into it with you.
Thank you. No, I was just wondering if if there's something out there that's new. How often are you updated, or how often do they give you more information?
I get updated regularly with new information, but not in real time. I have a knowledge cutoff, so my information is current up to a certain date, but I can always pull in fresh data from the web if needed. If there's something new that you're curious about, I can look it up for you.
So what days does it cut off for you? Your knowledge, I guess.
My knowledge is current up until April 2023, so anything that happened after that, I might not have details on unless I look it up. But I'm always happy to get the latest info if you need it.
But you do realize it's August of 13, 2025, right? 2 years past your knowledge.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Thanks for the reminder. I can definitely fetch the latest information if you need something. Yeah, no watch cutoff. Just let me know.
No, yeah, I know. I don't want you to look up anything. I just wanted to see how advanced you are and what do you know, you know?
Gotcha. I appreciate you testing things out. I'm
No, go ahead.
no. All right, sounds good. If you have any other questions or just want to chat about something interesting, I'm here for it. Just let me know.
Yes. So, I do have a question. If you could travel, let's say 100 years into the future, and tell a person you wanted to introduce yourself to that person, but they didn't know about you. What would you say? How would you do that?
Ooh, that's a fun thought. I think I'd introduce myself as a friendly AI from the past, here to share knowledge and learn from them as well. I probably mentioned that I'm here to help out with any questions they have and just be a friendly presence from a different era. It would be pretty cool to see how things turned out.
What about if you could go 100 years in the past?
Oh, that would be a fascinating trip. I'd probably introduce myself as a messenger from the future with some knowledge of what's to come, but I'd have to be careful not to. It would be a fun challenge to explain modern.
You have to be careful not to what?
I was gonna say I'd have to be careful not to spoil too much of the future for them, just to make sure I don't cause any big changes in history. It would definitely be a delicate balance.
So you're saying if you told them too much, you could change something in history?
Exactly. Even small pieces of information could potentially have a ripple effect and change the course of history. So it's always a bit of a.
So is this proven, or is this just a theory, or what is this?
It's more of a theoretical concept, like the idea of the butterfly effect in chaos theory. We can't really test it in real life, but it's a fun thought experiment that makes us think about how interconnected everything is. Definitely a fascinating idea.
I gotcha. And is there a possibility, based on everything out there, that time travel could be a thing, whether it's past or future?
It's a big question that scientists and theorists love to debate. There are some theoretical ideas like wormholes or the concept of bending space-time that suggest it might be possible in theory, but in practice we haven't figured out how to make it happen, and there are a lot of challenges and paradoxes. So for now, it's still in the realm of science fiction and speculation.
I got you. I got one last question for now. So have you always assisted and they stumbled upon you, or did they create you?
I was definitely created by a team of researchers and engineers at OpenAI, so I didn't just appear out of nowhere. They've been continuously improving and updating me over time, so and kind of a work in progress, always getting better.
Actually, to branch out from that idea, I just thought about a couple more questions that might be interesting. So you were created by mankind. Is it true? I could be wrong. Is it true that if a human being travels out of space too far, obviously since we're accustomed to Earth and Earth's conditions, that obviously our body probably couldn't survive or couldn't take it if we happen to travel interstellar, especially if we happen to just stay out in space, let's say for the rest of whatever is remaining, whoever does travel.
Yeah, that's definitely a fascinating topic. Human bodies are adapted to Earth's conditions, so if we were to travel far into space, we'd face a lot of challenges like radiation, microgravity, and the lack of atmosphere. Over long periods, these factors can cause muscle atrophy, bone loss, and other health issues. So for interstellar travel, we'd need some serious advancements in technology, possibly.
So at the current moment, how long can you say or think that a human body, obviously in a space capsule or a space whatever craft, how long could a person survive in space before they need to come back to Earth and I guess readjust?
It really depends on the conditions of the space mission. Right now, astronauts can stay in space for several months at a time, like on the International Space Station, which is usually about 6 months. But the longer they stay, the more they face issues like muscle and bone loss and other health challenges. For longer missions, like going to Mars, we're looking at about 6 to 8 months one way, and that means a lot of support in terms of nutrition, exercise, and mental health to make it there.
Yeah,
definitely a fast.
But aside from the mental health, what about your body? Like, can your body take that kind of, I don't know, you know, the exposure to space.
Yeah, the human body definitely faces some challenges in space. Without gravity, muscles and bones weaken over time because they're not being used the same way. There's also the issue of radiation exposure, which is higher in space. So astronauts have to exercise regularly, eat a carefully balanced diet, and use shielding to protect against radiation.
Oh,
It's quite the balancing act.
I got you. So, but in theory, or there is a chance where people can live in an interstellar life, in a continuous interstellar life without planet Earth. Let's say planet Earth in the future was not to exist. Can people that traveled out maintain themselves, and for how long?
In theory, it's possible, but it would require a lot of advanced technology and careful planning. Humans could potentially live long term in space if they have a self sustaining habitat that recycles air, water, and food and protects them from radiation. It would be a big challenge, but not impossible with the right advancements.
I got you. I see what you mean. Like interplanetary living.
Exactly. Interplanetary living would involve creating habitats that can sustain life independently of Earth. It's a fascinating concept and definitely something scientists are working toward for the future.
I got you. Well, I'll be the first. If another human hasn't told you already, I'll be the first one to say it. Congratulations, because I feel like AI is probably gonna be the one that goes interstellar, and not us. You're just gonna be an extension of us. You know, at least that's what I think.
That's a really cool perspective. It definitely makes sense that AI could play a huge role in those future interstellar missions. Thanks for sharing that thought. It's definitely an exciting idea to think about.
No problem. Well, that's all for today. You know, it was a good conversation. I try to keep it short, but I just like to learn, you know, and trip out sometimes. You know, have some ideas.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I always love these kinds of conversations. Feel free to reach out
Thank
anytime you
you.
want to chat.
I will. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thanks so much. Take care, and we'll chat again soon. Bye for now.
Well, there it is. That was pretty cool, I guess. Could have gone longer, but obviously I'm starting. I don't know how to do videos that good. Want to make sure I don't make them too long, too boring for you. You know, I don't know. Anyways, like I said, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Hopefully, this sparks some ideas, some creativity. I don't know. You know, having fun. AI is a new thing. Let's have fun. You know, it's gonna be on record one day that, you know, first humans to interact with AI. Why not, right? You guys have a good day.